During the encounter, the male discharged a firearm, striking multiple officers. These officers requested immediate assistance. As additional officers responded to help, the gunfire continued and more officers were struck. The male suspect exited the residence with a firearm and was shot by law enforcement officers in the front yard of the residence. In total, 8 law enforcement officers were struck by gunfire. These officers were rushed to area hospitals. 3 of the 4 injured task force officers were pronounced deceased at the hospital.
Yesterday, 8 families had to be told that their loved one had been shot in the line of duty. It was news they hoped would never come. Tragically, 4 of those families have made the ultimate sacrifice. Yesterday, North Carolina and this country lost 4 heroes and saw 4 other heroes wounded.
Officer Eiler, his wife Ashley, his darling son Andrew. Today we say our prayers as we get through this difficult time, but we as a community have to remember that at some point we have to give this back to those families, and I hope that we will all support. I want you to know that the President Biden did contact me last night to be sure that he wanted us to know that he cares about the people in this community, especially those that are no longer with us. Charlotte isn't going to be the last place that this happens, but Charlotte will be the place that will heal with dignity and respect for everyone.
We're still kind of sorting through that right now. We're not ruling out the possibility that someone else was firing as well, but we're also not ruling out the possibility that as we go through body-worn camera footage and as we go through interviews, to make sure that all of that timeline matches up. So once we are able to determine that, then we'll determine if we do need to look at other individuals or individual who might have been shooting. What I'll say is that our system is not completely the where it needs to be, but we also have so many people involved. I really think we're overwhelmed. I say older, but one was a juvenile 17-year-old, and the other one was a little older. I won't rule out any possibility right now. They have not been charged with anything. They are cooperating with the investigation. It's just been very tough. And knowing that you have families that are hurting right now. All of those officers are expected to make a full recovery. We actually expect them to be released either, if they haven't already been released, hopefully today or tomorrow.